Yes, let's start. So, other people might haven't seen the questions, right? This is first time you are saying those questions. Okay, already he has practiced, no problem. I'll give you a brief introduction about this. It is a reverse engineering process. Rather than reading entire article and also picking up articles from 40 to 50 articles that every day coming in our newspaper. So, we pick the questions, articles, questions related to PYQs, and we will give you in the form of reverse engineering, means only the questions and related explanation is sufficient rather than reading entire content and various articles. So, this is a simplistic process to make you align with the mindset of the UPSC. I mean exactly the pattern and dynamics. Is it visible to you? Yes. Is it no problem? Okay. Consider the following statements related to anti-defection law. It is talked. So, a member could be disqualified. Why have we asked this question? Because Supreme Court wraps Maharashtra speaker for disregarding court order. This is a Maharashtra speaker hasn't been taken any action about the incumbent chief, the existing chief minister and also other ministers, right. So, the order is regarding this anti-defection law. So, there is no proceedings taken against this defection part. Therefore, the Supreme Court has given certain guidelines. There were many questions asked in UPSC prelims and mains regarding this anti-defection law. In 2022, like the law specifies that nominated legislator cannot join any political party within 6 months. This is wrong, because nominated person cannot join after 6 months. Okay, fine. Next, coming to the law does not provide any time frame within which, this is actually the loophole in the anti-defection law. Okay. So, yes, the speaker may drag it. So, that is the problem. Therefore, here with respect to disqualification, if he voluntarily gives up the membership of a political party or joins any other political party after the election, he is considered to be a disqualified person if he is elected as independent person. Next, a member could be disqualified or he or abstains from any critical voting contrary to the directives given by the concerned political party. And next, chairman or speaker of the house have absolute power in deciding the cases pertaining to disqualification of members on the grounds of defection. In the Kehoto case, the case clearly said that the decision taken by the speaker can be challenged in a court of law, but during the proceedings taking place, I mean the decision making which is under progress in the hands of the speaker cannot be challenged in a court of law. That was the decision. However, this is a reoriented decision because somebody has to advise the speaker that he cannot defeat the orders of the Supreme Court like this. Here the decision is under pending and no action is being taken by the speaker. So, the Supreme Court Judge Chandrachud himself said that this has become a natak, okay? It has become a drama, correct. So, anti-defection law has become a drama because he is acting as an election tribunal when he is hearing disqualification petitions under 10th schedule. So, this is a kind of new interpretation and new orientation, okay, that is uttered by Justice Chandrachud. Okay, you have to use those terms because if your personal comment may not be considered as authentic one while writing mains answers. So, these opinions are important because speaker on the chair, he is acting on behalf of a tribunal that is called election, they mean dealing with the electoral disputes. Okay. Next, coming to these are related explanation. So, simple, that article is talking about we have to focus on non-controversial issues. We no need to go according, the bone of contention that is happening among various political parties. The only thing that we need to focus is about the judgment and the opinion expressed by the Chief Justice of India and the anti-defection law, right. Next, government mulls partnerships to make semiconductor chips. Government mulls. There is a report submitted by this, the working group, which is advising the center for a roadmap for this artificial intelligence. This report is being submitted and Ministry of State for Electronics and Information Technology is also in part of it. Okay. This report is talking about semiconductor. Already in just 2 days ago, I have also told that there should be a support for these manufacturing entities from the side of the government. Because these semiconductors are very essential in various sectors. At the same time, they have to be actually manufactured and mined from rare earth minerals. Therefore, there is a key strategic element which is also delisted from the part D of schedule 1 of Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act. Have you seen 1957 amendment? 1957 Mines, Minerals Development and Regulation Act is being amended by Government of India. Recently in August it came into picture in 2023. It has delisted 3 critical and strategic elements from part D of schedule 1 of this act. Okay, what is such a delisting aspect actually? What will be the consequence out of it if you delist these critical strategic elements? The private players are allowed to explore and mine, okay, for regarding these critical and strategic elements. So, that is what happening actually in this also. These semiconductors are also manufactured out of those rare earth metals which are actually delisted from the part D of this schedule 1. Okay. So, this is what the actual background is. Let us understand what is semiconductor, that is important. What the report is saying, it is not published at present, it is not put in online mode at present. So, it is only talking about certain features which are already under discussion in this report part, almost it is finalized. The discussion is regarding GPU clusters which are masses of resource intensive graphics processors that are used by AI applications. Okay. So, cluster wise units regarding this semiconductor manufacturing have to be developed. For the development, incubation has to be from the side of the government. Okay. Without such a kind of support from the side of the government, these manufacturing companies may go under struggle, because there is also an issue of GHG emission, greenhouse gas emission, with respect to semiconductor manufacturing. And these semiconductors are very essential for few critical elements, and at the same time they have to be used in space technology and various medical appliances and electronics, and also this even renewable energy sector also. These semiconductors have to be used. Therefore, to manufacture semiconductors, we need to have a goal of 0 GHG emission. This goal is being reiterated under various platforms, At the same time, Taiwan is one of the biggest players in semiconductor manufacturing. Recently, Taiwan based manufacturing entities declared that by 2050 we are going to produce 0 GHG out of this semiconductor manufacturing. Therefore, government has to understand poly crisis. That means, on the one side the government has to focus on economic development, on the other side it has to focus on the sustainability while bringing this economic development. So, this is what the government has to take a challenge of this poly crisis. Okay. This is also a terminology reiterated during those articles. For last 1 week I have been discussing these things. Okay. Please go through them. And coming to this actual question regarding semiconductor, we have to infer about semiconductor on the policy by the government, that is a report submitted. Next, regarding Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act recently came into picture with respect to delisting of few critical strategic elements. Okay. These critical strategic elements are essential in manufacturing these semiconductors also, that is more important, to explore and to extract them from these rare earth minerals, right. Okay. So, there are materials which have a conductivity between conductors or insulator, yes, they are a material conductor. Next, pure elements cannot be used, no, pure elements are used, okay, for this making of semiconductors. In CAP of 2013 also, correct sequence of conductivity was asked in ascending order. In this ascending order, what should be the right order? Actually, here the right order will be in terms of ascending order: insulator, semiconductor and conductor. Okay. And this is important. Semiconductors are material which have a conductivity between conductors, that is generally metals, and non-conductors are insulators. Okay. And semiconductors can be pure elements such as silicon or germanium. Have you gone through this? Silicon, germanium, and compounds such as gallium arsenide. These three are delisted as delisted critical strategic elements from part D. These three. Have you remembered this? Just now I have been telling you. These three, just 2 days ago in our C.A.R.E initiative, we have posted that also in the form of question.
Sir, how was the delisting process?
This is a delisting was done by the Government of India to allow private players to explore and mine these critical and strategic elements.
So, to in Parliament, sir, this decision in Parliament or by executive action?
This decision is Parliament. This is under an amendment taken place with respect to the law, Mines and Minerals Development Regulation Act 1957. This has taken place and it came into picture in August 2023. Okay? There is a legal statute.
Parliament.
Yes, legislated already. Amendment had been taking place. So, which type of element should come under this schedule 1 part A, B, C, D is determined by a statute, that is a law passed by our legislature, that is parliament only. Okay, 1957 Act. It was amended several times. Recently in 2023 also it has been amended to delist 3 strategic critical elements to allow private players to extract and to encourage them, because this is very quintessential for the government, yes, for these rare earth metals, right. So, these 3 rare earth metals, because this is all interlinked. With respect to semiconductor manufacturing units, which have to be incubated by the government of India. This is also in progress now, already under debate, and editorial also this has been asked and discussed. And second, delisting of these critical elements under this Mines Minerals Development Regulation Act, these are interlinked. Okay? This is very important. And silicon, germanium are compounds such as gallium arsenide or cadmium selenide in a process called doping. Small amounts of impurities, small amount of impurities are added to pure semiconductors, causing large changes in the conductivity of the material. Okay. Next, this is what? Next, Supreme Court imposes 5 lakh fine for frivolous public interest litigation, dismisses plea on evolution theory. There are many frivolous public interest litigations posed in the table of the Supreme Court. Actually, what is happening here? Here, recently Supreme Court, a person is arguing that this Einstein E is equal to mc square is not accurate one, okay, and also he is fighting against this Darwin's theory, okay, he is filing a case against these theories. And against whom you are filing? First, the fundamental question of the Supreme Court is, are you filing against me? Okay, are you filing against those believers? Are you filing against those scientists? Whom? Actually, then if logical question came into picture, the logical question is, see, consider the following statements, just try to answer this question. Government and the Parliament of India, first, and second, government and legislature of each of the states, third, all local authorities, fourth, all private parties. Against how many of the options listed above a public interest litigation can be filed? How many of the options given above? Yeah, good, actually. So, here the evolution theory, Darwin theory that they are opposing in Supreme Court is filed against who? Yes. Private, okay. So, it is, and the argument on behalf of them is because this is mentioned in our textbooks. Likewise, they are arguing that one because this is frivolous one. It cannot be tolerated at all. And also there are many cases that even traffic related one, national traffic management policy one, and also there is bench headed by Supreme Court of India advocating this one, that frivolous cases regarding this High Court, one High Court Chief Justice during his oath ceremony, he said he did not utter a word I. Therefore, a bill was filed against that not uttering that word I. While oath ceremony, he did not reiterate a word, that is I. Therefore, a appeal is filed against him. But that oath taking ceremony was taking place in the presence of whom? Governor. So, what is the fundamental bill aspect? Therefore, Supreme Court has fined about 5 lakh rupee because of wasting such a valuable time of the Supreme Court for these frivolous public interest litigations, right. And this is actually introduced by whom? P.N. Bhagwati, Justice P.N. Bhagwati. Okay. I think these were there were many questions related to it, and you please go through PYQs once again. And a public interest litigation can be filed against state, municipal authorities, and not any private party. Oh, under Article 12, who is state? Who is considered to be state here? When municipal authority, local bodies, and state government, central government, yes, this is called as state. Okay. So, authorities and instrumentalities specified under Article 12, then only you can file against the case under Article 12 what is the actual definition of the state. Okay. So, immunoaxil therapy to treat blood cancer gets CDSCO nod. This is a drug standard control organization of our central government. Okay. It has approved this C.A.R.E cell. C.A.R.E cell, what does it mean? Chimeric antigen receptor. Chimeric antigen receptor. Which of the following best describes chimeric antigen receptor T cell therapy? A technique used in the field of medical science. What is actually a T cell? It is part of our leukocytes. Okay. So, it can also fight against various antigens okay, which are causing disease causing antigens, right. This will trigger immune system. So, okay, that is fine, and also mostly they focus on these cancer cells, okay, they fight against cancer cells. So, this chimeric antigen receptor is one such a part of gene of T cell which can be modified to strengthen it to fight against these cancer cells. Okay. This chimeric antigen receptor T cell is a modified T cell which is strengthened to fight against cancer cells in the body. Therefore, it can reduce the burden of chemotherapy. Chemotherapy during this time, the patient may become most weakened during that time. So, to make it simplified in terms of procedure and also to make it strong of immune system, to strengthen that immune system, therefore, modified T cells are being introduced through the blood cells. Okay, after collecting those bloods. So, the procedure is already discussed here. So, what is the actual statement here, what should be the right one here? An approach to modified T cells through gene therapy for targeting and destroying cancer cells. That is what C.A.R.E. T cells, chimeric antigen receptor T cells. Okay. With each of the following statements best describes the role of B cells and T cells in human body. Last year UPSC preliminary question. Okay. Why have we chosen this question? Last year UPSC has asked this question in our preliminary examination. Okay. You please go through that. Next, chimeric antigen receptor is a therapy to get immune cells called T cells, yes, okay, white blood cells, to fight cancer by changing them in lab. So, they can find and destroy cancer cells. And one more thing, why after collecting these white blood cells, they will take away these T cells and they will modify it and reintroduce in the body. Okay, that is the procedure that is taken place. After reintroduction, they will give this chemotherapy treatment. During this chemotherapy treatment, other immune cells become weakened. Okay, after they become weakened, these T cells will be very activated in nature, and they will be after their attachment to these cancer cells, they will become double. Okay, that is actually the procedure taking place. Once they are double, they will become more stronger and strengthened in nature, and also they can attack these cancer cells. Okay. So, this is what the procedure has been taking place. Simply they will take off your blood and later they will modify the T cells out of it, and these modified T cells, after sufficient number of T cells are produced, they will be reintroduced into the body, and after reintroduction they will give you chemotherapy. After chemotherapy, what will happen? Other immune cells will be weakened and these T cells will become active, and these active T cells will attack these cancer cells. While they are attached to these cancer cells, they will become double and they will attack more. That is what happening in this chimeric antigen receptor T cells. Okay. Who developed it? That is also important. IIT Bombay incubated immunoadaptive cell therapy, and also one Laris Labs having some stakes in it. They have developed, and this got marketing approval by CDSCO, that is Central Drug Standard Control Organization. Okay. This is what actually the entire article about. Now, only the relevant part that we have derived, no need to read and the unnecessary stuff, it is very easy for you. Next, measurement of over 7 crore children shows wasting at about 1/3 of that used in global hunger index. Global hunger index, it is released by whom? What is the rank of India? What are the parameters taken? This is sufficient for you for your preliminary examination. Okay. Let us come to this. Consider the following regarding global hunger index. It is released by Concern Worldwide and Wealth Hunger Life. Those two are non-governmental organizations, but from Irish and Germany respectively. Both are not from only Germany. Here it is from Irish and the second one is from Germany. Okay. Therefore, the first statement is incorrect. So, they have to consider from Irish and Germany respectively. If we have not given Irish here, these both organizations may be considered as part of Germany's non-governmental organizations. Therefore, the first statement. So, such a critical understanding is important while reading any statement. So, a small mistake can cost you more. So, you please try to be more attentive in the actual exam. Next, it ranked India at 111 among 125 countries. It is true. No problem. Yes, yeah, yesterday we have discussed. Next, The 3 out of the 4 indicators used for calculation of the index are not related to the health of the children. Health of the children. So, this is wrong actually. Yeah, highest weightage among the indicators used for its calculation is given to undernourishment. No. Child mortality, undernourishment, wasting, stunting. Okay, 1/6 weightage is given for wasting and stunting. 1/3 weightage is given for mortality and undernourishment, child mortality. Below 5 years of age. If height is less than the actual adequate, that is determined by scientists or whatever it may be. Okay. So, nutritionists they may consider, but this is objected by Government of India. Okay. Okay, next. Consider the following statement with regard to the global hunger index in India 2011. They have also asked regarding the 2010 report. Okay, during this. Therefore, a particular year's report which is becoming controversial and bone of contention for the state of India. Therefore, they will ask as a question. Okay, here weightage is 1/3 for undernourishment, 1/6 for child stunting, and 1/6 for child wasting, and next one for child mortality. Okay. Here each country's GHI score is calculated based on a formula that combines these 4 aspects. Okay. Undernourishment, stunting, wasting, mortality below 5 years of age.
So like
okay.
Undernourishment is not
calorie intake. No, it is not actually. Actually, calorie intake with respect to calorie intake. Okay. And coming to this part, actually, if 0 is the rating, 0 is the score given by this global hunger index. Is it the best or is it a worst form of hunger?
I think it is best.
Yes, good, best. Okay, 0 is determining, the score of 0 is best and score of 100 is worst. Okay, India's score is around 28.7. Okay, as per global hunger index. Okay, next. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh launches state of art latest national survey network. State of art national survey network. The nationwide continuously operating reference stations. Nationwide continuously operating reference stations network will be operated by Survey of India. This may be a potential statement in the original exam. This is operated by something Niti Aayog. Okay, they will pose a kind of different statement. This is operated by some ministry.
Sir, is any hunger index released by Indian body or any Niti Aayog or anything else? Any type of hunger index released by Indian authorities?
Yeah, hunger index, India has been giving you various reports with respect to it, like reports related to sample survey and Niti Aayog, and reports related to even I will definitely list out, recall it, and if any specific poverty index, yes, likewise only, but no specific such a kind of going against this global hunger index and releasing its own hunger index. Okay. India is not going such a way. India is actually giving a different argument against those parameters. Okay. It is not a broader perspective, and its comparative analysis with respect to those developed Scandinavian countries with a large country like India is quite different, and India's public distribution system is very strong in nature, right?
So, how our ranking is so poor, 111 out of 125?
This is what the government of India is objecting this report actually. Objecting the report which is published by them.
When we have surplus food, we export food. So
Yeah, that is what the government of India, their assumption of assessment of global hunger index is quite different from us. Our understanding of global hunger index is different. That is what our understanding is, we have surplus food resources, first point, and second, we have very efficient public distribution system through fair ration price shops and effective delivery and with respect to our what do you call Suraksha Yojana schemes, and to reduce this child mortality, and also there is a tremendous change, that is a positive outcome that we are seeing, that number of child mortality and infant mortality which has been reduced. Okay. So, this is what Indian government has been arguing. However, and also this is about 1.4 billion people, right, 140 crore people populated country. So, their comparative analysis with respect to those Scandinavian European countries with India and ranking India worse, this is actually not a perfect parameter that India is arguing. Okay. India may release against this global hunger index as one of India's assessment soon. Okay. Indian. So okay, and coming to this continuously operating reference stations, network will be operated by the Survey of India, that is important statement, first point. And second one is India now has a world class precise location based service which is capable to provide estimated level of positioning services in real time. Okay. We have been dependent on various GPS services provided by Google and other private players. However, India has been developing indigenously its own positioning systems. One such systems is called C.A.R.E, C-O-R-S, that is continuously operating through C.A.R.E, that is continuously operating reference stations. With this network, they can become much capable to position this precise location on a world class level. Okay. However, at present our precise positioning location is actually dependent on various positioning systems which are run by private players, right. So, now Survey of India is giving you such kind of service for various various sectors, and it can also be used for seismology, earthquake monitoring, and it can be used for weather forecasting, but not for telecommunication and telemedicine. Okay. It is related to inside national satellite system and telecommunication. For example, in remote sensing satellite systems, assessment of crop diversity, locating groundwater resource, mineral exploration, for these services we can use remote sensing satellite, but telecommunication traffic studies it is not used, right. So, likewise, yes, this is a previous year question. Likewise, it may be a potential question regarding this continuously operating reference stations network which is seen recently and which has several applications. These applications will contain a precise location specific positioning service and operated by Survey of India across 1000 positioning reference centers stations to provide you
providing service in India or outside
India, within India. It is operated by Survey of India. At present it is a budding stage, okay, and we are relying on ourselves. It is with respect to these location specific precise positioning systems, okay. And next, also other services that are available is weather forecasting and seismic studies, okay. It is a world class precise location based service which are capable of providing centimeter level positioning services in real time, okay. When I can reach just a centimeter away from the location which I have prescribed, okay. So, I get very precise in nature, exactly accurate location it will show almost. Next, with respect to positioning service. Next, in addition to the geospatial sector, in addition to this geospatial service, mean positioning systems and location precise traffic that is provided by it, it will also provide based on precision service will also boost auto navigation and machine control based solution in agriculture, mining, construction, transport, civil aviation. These are the applications provided by this core services, core service, okay. Continuously operating systems network.
Sir, can it help in location services like
Yes.
GPS
Actually, yes, that is what it is telling you till now.
purpose is that?
Main purpose is that in addition to that it can also provide other services.
So, we have
Precise location, that is also just 1 centimeter precise location. Yes.
So, we have also a service GLONASS, I think GLONASS we have already.
Yes, there are also various services provided. This is one such service developed indigenously, and it is run by this network service reference system is run by Survey of India, and this is a one kind of achievement that India indigenously developing itself, right, with respect. Next, apart from these geospatial services, it is also, yes, course based precision service will also boost our various solutions with respect to agriculture, mining, construction, transport and civil aviation sectors, okay. And therefore, in transportation sector you can use this service, and civil aviation communication also to get a precise location of any particular place, this service may be used. There is a possibility, okay. And next, course data will also aid in various scientific studies like upper atmosphere and also space weather studies, meteorology, weather forecast, plate motion and tectonic studies, seismology and hydrology. These are other applications in addition to geospatial service, okay. Next, intensified mission Indradhanush campaign with special focus on improvement of measles rubella vaccination coverage will conclude all three rounds on 14 October 2023. Actually, what does it mean? Intensified Mission Indradhanush 5.4, it has certain achievements. So, here across all districts in the country, this is conducted, Intensified Mission Indradhanush, a program, and next it includes children up to 5 years of age. It will provide 12 types of vaccination and free of cost. Okay. So, over 34 lakh children and 6 lakh pregnant women administered under this program. Vaccine doses have been given, first 2 rounds under this 5.4 campaign across this country, and children of around 5.06 crore children and 1.25 crore pregnant women have been cumulatively vaccinated till date under this Mission Indradhanush since its inception in 2014. And here the entire program is about India's universal immunization program. It provides vaccines against 12 life-threatening diseases including hepatitis C, pneumonia, meningitis, and next it provides free vaccines to all children across the country for the listed diseases in the program. Actually, in 2021 Mission Indradhanush aims at this is full immunization of all children. Okay. Here it aims to cover all those children who are either unvaccinated or potentially or partially vaccinated against vaccine preventable diseases, and it is universal immunization program. You need to underline those keywords, universal immunization program, first point. Free vaccination, free is the second one, it is free, and third one against 12 life-threatening diseases against, and next universal immunization program provides life-saving vaccines to all children, and those diseases are tuberculosis, one DPT, diphtheria, tetanus pertussis, and also polio, next hepatitis B, pneumonia, meningitis. And due to Haemophilus influenza type B, HIV, Haemophilus influenza type B, and next rubella, measles, Japanese encephalitis, and rotavirus diarrhea. Here Mission Indradhanush 5.4 is focusing on 2 major diseases, measles and rubella vaccination coverage across the country, which is actually more focusing on those areas. Now,
why is it focusing more on measles and rubella?
Because government might have witnessed that complete eradication like polio, they may also target like complete eradication of this rubella, like okay, I need to actually go through the complete target of the government of India, on what basis they are providing. However, they are intensifying a particular disease in those times, it seems. Okay. So, launch of indigenous intelligent transportation system solution for traffic scenario, a traffic infratech expo and smart mobility conference. Okay. Launch of indigenous intelligent transportation system solution for traffic scenario at traffic infratech expo and smart mobility conference. What is this? It has 3 aspects. You need to remember 3 aspects. What are these 3 aspects that you can understand here in with respect to this one? One is CMOS, sensor based camera for industrial application. One is sensor based camera for industrial application, CMOS. Second one is about thermal sensor camera for intelligent transportation system. Thermal sensor camera for intelligent transportation system. Okay. The first one CMOS, just simply remember 3 elements are there under which this indigenous intelligent transportation system solution. Indigenous intelligent transport system solutions for traffic scenario. Okay, forget about other things. The 3 aspects that you remember here are CMOS, and second one is about thermal sensor camera for intelligent transportation system, that is TVITS, CMOS, TITS. Next, online sucrocrystal imaging system, OSIS. Okay. Sugarcane crystal observation, just analysis, that is being done by this OSIS. Okay. That is being here with respect to camera for industrial application, this CMOS, that is sensor based camera for industrial application. This is with respect to transportation, for intelligent transportation. Here this sensor camera which is used for industrial application, industrial vision application, this is indigenous technology for automated inspection and identification of objects. Okay. So, it is quite difficult. If suppose if you go to DMart, you will have millions of products there, millions of products. How will you detect them by using any technology? This automated object identification technology used by this camera, that is CMOS sensor based camera for industrial vision application. Okay, suppose I am giving you a layman example, like if you have gone to, so millions of products are there, objects are there, variations, various types are there. So how will you identify a specific object? By using this camera, that is industrial vision application. Okay, this is sensor based. So this sensor will definitely immediately identifies a particular product if you give instructions to it. Okay, so just identify paste where it is available, identify a particular soap where it is available. If I give an instruction, this sensor will go there and identify it, and it will show through this vision application, that is camera sensor, right? CMOS. Likewise, next thermal sensor based camera. This is also AI powered, artificial thermal sensor based smart vision camera for road traffic applications. Okay, for road traffic applications, smart vision camera for road traffic applications. So now it is quite easy to identify who is violating traffic rules by using these thermal sensor based cameras. This is AI powered, artificial intelligence based power. How many times he violated traffic rules? How many times this vehicle actually violated these traffic norms, like overspeed, like this. Okay, this identification of overspeed can also be understood, analyzed, and how many times the data of this particular vehicle or person can be comfortably recognized by this kind of traffic application named as thermal sensor based camera. Next, online sucrocrystal imaging system. Online sucrocrystal imaging system. It is a system developed using the industrial camera for measurement of what? Crystal size in sugar industries. The size of the crystal, whether it is simply we can understand the quality of the sugar can be assessed by using this online sucrocrystal imaging system, OSIS. Okay, it is very important quality parameter which are required by the sugar industries. Based on the size of the crystal, they will determine the quality of the sucrose. So like this, these are the three elements that are this online sucrocrystal imaging, thermal sensor based camera, and CMOS sensor based camera for industrial vision application have been recently released under this initiative. That initiative is named as Intelligent Transportation System Endeavor for Indian Cities Initiative. Okay, it is not an initiative of Niti Aayog, it is an initiative of whom? Here the initiative of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology meeting. Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology meeting. Okay. Next, PM Narendra Modi to inaugurate 141st International Olympic Committee IOC session in Mumbai. This is Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate this 141 International Olympic Committee. Why have we chosen this one? Because UPSC has asked a question related to chess Olympiad which happened in Chennai, right, this year. Therefore, we are not leaving any corner. Okay, we are randomly picking up these areas. So, session at Geo World Conference Center in Mumbai today, IOC session at Geo World Convention Center in Mumbai today. This is the second time India is hosting this IOC session after a gap of about 40 years. That is why it has become prominent now. Even with respect to this chess related Olympiad, actually it had to be conducted in Russia. This year UPSC 2023 regarding the chess competition, that had to be conducted in which country? Actually Russia, but due to opposition from western countries not to be conducted in Russia, to boycott Russia because of the Ukraine war and annexation of Ukraine illegally by Russia, therefore they have boycotted and it was held in India and it became a question in UPSC. Okay, but they have asked question related to what? The names of particular segment of that game and also the achievements and then something else and the history of its conduction. Likewise, they have asked the question this year. So, you need to understand this. So, each and every line is important. This is after 40 years first time held in India, first point, this IOC International Olympic Committee session at this World Geo Convention in Mumbai, and after 40 years IOC's 86th session was last held in New Delhi in 1983. After 1983, in the year that India had got the World Cup, later after 40 years this is held here. Okay, and this year we have World Cup also, this time India will win again, it seems. Next, the IOC session serves as a key meeting of the members of, so it will be automatically remembered in your brain. So, first World Cup 1983 and again this World Cup time, India had this session of Indian Olympic Committee session. Next, in Mumbai, important decisions regarding the future of Olympic Games are made at the IOC sessions. These sessions are, that is why very important, because major decisions are being held and in this session only are being taken. Next, with respect to, consider the following statement with regard to this International Olympic Committee. It is responsible for organization summer, winter, youth Olympics. It is government. Almost you cannot answer this question. You need to go through answer only, but you need to read the question first. You may have at least a wild guess observation. Okay, it is constituted in the form of an association under Swiss Civil Code. It is a governmental sports organization based in Switzerland. Okay, like this, because in 32 Summer Olympics related question in CSC 2021 and also 2023 chess related question. Okay, that is why we have asked this question. I mean PYQs. It is actually a non-governmental sports organization based in Switzerland. Okay, which one? This International Olympic Committee. International Olympic Committee is a non-governmental sports organization based in Lausanne in Switzerland. What is it? Next, it is constituted in the form of association under Swiss Civil Code. Next one, founded in 1894 by Pierre de Coubertin and Demetrios. It is the authority responsible for organizing the Summer Winter Youth Olympic Games. Modern Summer Winter Youth Olympic Games. This International Olympic Committee session is the general meeting of the members of the IOC, held once a year, in which member has one vote. It is the IOC's supreme organ and its decisions are final. Next, female labor force participation rate in India improves to around 37% compared to 2017-18 times. Okay, from 23.3% to slowly it is increased to 37%. Female labor force participation rate, this is sourced from All India Radio. Okay, this female labor force is improved by around 4.2 percentage points to 37% this year. Okay, 32.8 to 37, 4.2 percentage points increased compared to 2021-22. This 2022-23 is increased by around 4.2 percentage points
compared to previous year.
Compared to previous years. 2021-22 it was around 32.8. Now it is increased to 37%, increased by around 4.2 percentage points. Okay, this is 37%. This was revealed in data released by Statistics and Program Implementation Ministry in the Periodic Labour Force Survey Report 2022-23. Who will release this Periodic Labour Force Survey? Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. MOSPI. Good, nice. The Women and Child Development Ministry said the significant jump is due to the government's policy initiatives aimed at long-term socio-economic and political development of women. This is a basic statement, right? Next, consider this female labor force participation rate. Female labor force participation in India has been increasing consistently from past 5 years. Okay, isn't it? Yes. Next, Indian female labor force participation rate is lesser than world average, naturally. See, World Bank, the global labor force participation rate for women is just over 50% compared to 80% for men. India is around 37%. This is what actually today's current affairs reverse engineering, and this public interest litigation, which is a bone of contention for several times, has been asked by UPSC, and likewise we have also set a question regarding PIL has been lauded as an inexpensive legal remedy for vigilant citizens to address larger public issues. However, it has also faced criticism for its potential abuses and discuss the significance of this PIL and challenges it encounters. What measures can be taken to curb the misuse of PIL while preserving its fundamental essence? If you have a paper, if you try to attempt this question, that will be more easier to assess you, right? You have your own ideas, later you will be having this answer here. If you do such a kind of comparative analysis rather than being discussed, because it is not with respect to the recalling and remembering lot of information like prelims, it is with respect to your analysis and application of the memory that you have built till now. Okay? Try to answer this question and later we will have a kind of evaluation for 5 minutes immediately. Okay? The question is displayed here, I will zoom it. Already the question is given there. Yeah, please go through that question.